Yeah, that,
So earlier tonight I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was about the Michigan militia and how the militia movement was pretty much destroyed by the actions of one man, actually a couple men, but Timothy McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing with the Nichols helping him. But McVeigh was a member of the Michigan militia. He was his actions were not representative of that group, but when he went and bombed the federal building in Oklahoma City, his intentions were to start a war with the federal government, to bring back patriotism, and I think there was a little bit of white supremacy with the race war mixed in, but pretty much he was trying to pick a fight with the federal government and prove a point. So he blew up the federal building because he figured that would be the start of putting the federal government back in their place. Well, what happened after that, of course, was he got taken care of by lethal injection 10 years later. But he had this delusion that what he was doing was going to have a result he desired, that his actions of taking out this building would be the start of something great, that he would be a revolutionary hero, that he would bring us back to, 1776 and all that. Of course, that's exactly what it was. It was a crazed delusion to think that things would work out that way. But he thought things would go that way, and that's part of the reason he did that. And the first subsequent thing that happened, of course, was every single militia, including the Michigan militia, but almost every other militia group, got scrutinized and was basically gone after because of his affiliation with them. And it got me thinking about this March on Washington coming up on the 4th. And I'm not trying to say that this has anything to do with McVeigh and his actions. What I'm trying to say is that the actions of 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 people in a march can affect all 100 plus million gun owners in this country. That a small fraction of our group in a protest, if something goes wrong or if some outliers do something they shouldn't, and God forbid a firefight were to break out between law enforcement and the protesters, how that could, just like McVeigh's actions, destroy good groups that have nothing to do with this group. How this one group of firearms owner and libertarians can basically mess it up for the rest of us. Now, I know what everyone out there is going to be screaming at this video at me, or a lot of people will be. They're going to talk about liberty, and they're going to give me quotes from 1776. They're going to tell me what the Founding Fathers said, and trust me, I've researched all that. But I still am enough of a realist to understand that there's a big difference between the ideals of our framers and the realities of the type of political environment we live today. What I have to say is, right now we're winning the fight. We struck a blow. We're getting more and more gun rights back. In the future, we got attacked and we repelled the attack. And we have ways to move forward from now to regain more of our firearm privileges back and take back what is ours. What I don't want to see happen is a group of individuals go about this in a very public way that goes bad, and thus has my gun rights taken away from me, because there's 100 million plus gun owners in this country, and if 5,000 people go out with guns and a firefight breaks out and they shoot a bunch of cops and a bunch of cops shoot them, then all of a sudden the giant portion of the population, the 80% that's in the middle, who doesn't give a rat's rear end about firearms one way or the other, then turns on us. All of a sudden, they're able to push through their anti-firearm agenda through the demonization of the actions of one group. So again, I know people are going to say this is about liberty and this is about doing what's right and this is about taking back what's ours. But again, that's probably what McVeigh would have said before he blew up the city in the Oklahoma building. He would have said, this is about taking back what's ours. This is about what's right. This is about putting the federal government back where they belong. And this is going to start all of my militia brethren and all the good Americans. They're going to pick up their arms and go to war with me and take back America. So I guess my point is this. We're doing good. We've made improvements. We're going to continue to strive and make improvements. But I do worry that someone is going to go and mess things up for us pretty bad. I worry every day that some crazy person is going to go into another school and shoot it up and give my political adversaries ammunition to use against me. I worry about that every day. I worry, period, about somebody going and shooting up a school or shooting up anyone because I don't want it to happen. But for two reasons. One is I don't want that to happen, and secondly, I don't want my privileges taken away because of one person, one lone wolf out there, one Columbine or Sandy Hook wannabe copycat. And on the other end of that, if that does happen, I can still defend my position. I can say that is a crazy person who went out. Now what's harder to defend is when 5,000 people go out and do something crazy, then all of a sudden I go, well, those are just the 5,000 libertarian types. They're a little nutty and they shouldn't have gone out and done that. And I have to all of a sudden distance myself from good gun owners who made a bad decision because they were led by a person who intends to do good but could, in a sense, I fear there could be an accident. Now, I remember when he was talking, his name's Adam Kokesh, when he was talking to Infowar guy Alex Jones was like, yeah, I want to go do this sort of thing, but you know, they always sneak in a false flag person, you know, the CIA or the Illuminati, or he didn't say that, but you know, the secret government powerhouse rich entity that secretly controls everything is going to put a person in my group of patriots to make me look bad, to take a shot at the police so hopefully I get shot. They're out to get me. Blah. So, you know, and that's why he's saying, oh, I'm not going to go to that and do that because, you know, they want to take me down. They'll send someone out to make me look bad to shoot at the cops or something like that. And I don't think that's true. But the fact does come is, will this draw, if he calls upon gun owners, is he going to draw in a couple of loons to want to sling a rifle over their shoulders? Are there going to be some people who are going to go to this march who have a chip on their shoulder, who maybe have a mental illness, who maybe let's say like McVeigh, want to pull their gun off their shoulder and fire a shot, who want to start the war against the federal government? That's what I fear. If they have one McVeigh in the crowd, they can ruin the progress we've made over the past years that we've successfully made. And I know a lot of people are out there saying, what progress, what progress? Well, we've made a great deal of progress in gun laws, in right to carry, in constitutional carry, in concealed carry, in open carry, in shell issue permit states. Across this great land, the United States, we have a lot more gun rights that aren't necessarily connected with the Constitution. Concealed carry is not constitutionally protected. So we have made a lot of progress on the state levels through that group. We got the sunset of the assault weapons ban that they snuck past us. That's been taken out. We now are prepared to stop any assault weapons ban that comes our way. Because we're not going to let them sneak one in on us again with the way the media and the technology is now to social media. So again, my main fear is that this march intended to further our cause could very well be used against us in a very nasty way should things go the wrong way and be unexpectedly go bad. So call it me siding with Alex Jones. I'm worried about that one person in the crowd, the false flag implanted by the Illuminati to make all us gun owners look bad, or maybe Obama will hire a secret CIA operative to be brainwashed and fire a shot at the DC police. He's just wanting us to do this march. That's right, Obama wants us to do this march, and he may very well sneak in a lone wolf CIA brainwashed drugged individual to take a shot and start the firefight so that he can take away all our guns. So again, this is just a couple of thoughts I've had on the matter, and a couple of my concerns that this could really be a crap storm in the end of all things and really hurt the individuals who have been working very hard with our through the system to take back what's ours.
Meep, meep.